Well, we are very excited about this cooperation with the MasterCard because we are going to change and transform how the businesses do pay and get paid. The business-to-business trade worldwide basis, I think it exceeds about 100 trillion altogether. Most of that is still manual in paper invoices or the manual payment transactions, and that is changing rapidly right now. And that is giving us an opportunity for changing how the businesses pay and get paid. And when we are looking for our Basware's market share in this, we have a 750 billion value of invoices going through our network today, and our business is growing about 50% in the electronic invoicing transactions. So that this is the demand by our customers. When I'm talking to our customer base, they are requesting next level of services, value-added services from us. Not only the electronic invoicing, but also the payment services, because payment is a very important part of the big picture.
Well, for MasterCard, this partnership is just so important because it's in a market where we see such a large opportunity, as Esa mentioned, over $100 trillion of opportunity in the market, and the majority of it, we think probably more than 95%, is non-electronic, non-efficient. So this is a market that is very attractive. For us as a company, we already process over $3.6 trillion of volume in our network. We already process something like 65,000 transactions a minute. We're one of the largest payment networks in the world. We are the fastest of all the players in the space. And for us, globality is really key. This opportunity is happening around the world, and it's happening in a fairly consistent way. And as we look around the world, we don't see consistent solutions. First of all, we don't see the efficient embedding of payments within e-invoicing and e-procurement. And for us, this represents a great opportunity with the market leader in that space, with ourselves, to create a completely transformative opportunity that will bring real efficiency to governments, real efficiency to big companies, real efficiency to small businesses that will improve their lot in life in the market. From a company point of view, we really love Basware's management. We love their can-do spirit. We love their global orientation, and we love the speed with which they execute. And that for us culturally is just a great fit, and from a business point of view makes us feel really great about this partnership.
Well, for us this partnership is very important. When I'm talking to our customers across the world, they are expecting us to provide the services worldwide basis, not only in a certain country, but globally. And that's why when MasterCard is the global player, they have a global reach, we are able to embed their services with ours and make that available across the world. This is very important for us and this partnership.
So this partnership is really going to be so significant for businesses, local and international, on several fronts. First of all, it's going to allow us to, for the first time, embed the payment solution in a very efficient, Esa said it before, a near real-time capability within the electronic invoicing process. That's going to generate and unlock huge value. Today, what we see is tremendous inefficiency, where we see the explosive growth in e-invoicing and electronic purchasing, and then we see a very manual, very slow, very disconnected payment process. By bringing these two things together, and not only bringing them together in an isolated way, but bringing them together in a globally consistent way, which really plays to the strength of both of our companies, is going to be really important for businesses. Without a lot of technology, without a lot of changes to the way companies work, they will be able to realize some very, very significant values from what we're doing together and what we're announcing today. If I think about that for governments, it's going to mean much greater efficiency in the way governments procure, and we all know governments are huge procurement organizations. If I think about large corporates today looking to source domestically and internationally, this provides a consistent way for those companies to purchase goods and services and to pay for them, all frankly within the one step. If we think about small businesses, which are the engine, the fueling engine, if you like, of the economy around the world, for those small businesses, this is going to be just such a wonderful improvement, enhancement, where they're able to access in very simple ways, whether it's through apps or through very simple services, electronic invoicing and purchasing. But embedded in that will be payment in a very simple, very cost-effective manner.
I think that this ease of use, this is very important part of this. And once Basware is offering its services, it's always integrated solution. And now we are able to bring the payments into the same picture with the same interface. So it's very seamless, easy to use, easy to deploy solution. And this is one of the major strengths what we are offering. And this is first time ever in the world this kind of solution and services are available.
Certainly on a global scale, indeed.
Well, it has a great impact into the economy. For example, in Europe, the payments outstanding is about 55 days. So when you do issue the invoice to your customer, it's not paid before 55 days on average. That's a long time. So now with these services, we are able to become the real-time payments. So once invoice is approved by the buyer, then it can be issued immediately. So that is a significant impact to the European economy, especially when half of our businesses are small businesses, which do have always issues with the cash. They don't have enough cash in the bank right now, so that's why it's important that we can help them to receive the receivables faster than before. Then another example, if I take the example from South America, the mitigating the fraud is very important. By these services, we are able to step by step follow the procedure what comes to invoices and payments, and then make sure that everything happens according to the expectations. And thirdly, if I take an example from the US, so that they have a great examples of the early payments and discount programs. But if then the actual payment happens as they used to do in the checks, which is then slow payment methodology, so that many benefits of the program is lost because of this. And I think that these are the important aspects what we are tackling with our joint partnership.
I think that's a really important point, Esa. And you made a couple of really important points there that I really agree with. If you think about the check and cash economies around the world, whether it's in developing markets or in developed markets, the value that's lost from electronic invoicing and the great efficiencies that brings through then payments taking a different route, a slower route, as you said, 55 days on average in Europe, and in many cases much longer than that, or checks being posted and the cost, the fraud, the delays, the impediments to effective cash flow. What we're talking about here is bringing about efficiency into from an end-to-end point of view for companies. Whether you're a small business selling goods for a very small dollar value, or large corporations buying large items across multiple borders, cash flow management and the integration of payment into electronic invoicing systems is the only way to realize the full value of doing that. Again, and much the same for governments who have very similar needs, but on often a much bigger scale. They're interacting with large corporations, with small businesses, etc. The ability to have a payment that's embedded within the invoice for both reconciliation purposes and for efficiency purposes, that allows both parties, buyers and suppliers, to agree business terms that reflect our ability to have those business terms executed in anything from, as you said, real time to mutually agreed timeframes for payment, where the payments will happen when they expect to happen in a safe, secure, very cost-effective manner. And I think that's going to really be a great driver in the world economy for growth, and for efficiency of financial services.
Yes, exactly. Late payments are a big issue for, especially in the SMEs, as you said, and now we are able to remove that completely with this partnership. So we do, in electronic invoicing, we are able to submit the invoices immediately from suppliers to buyers, and then once the invoice is approved, the payment can happen straight away, and that is great improvement for the current.
One of the things I love about this partnership is we can feel pretty confident looking forward, knowing what we're going to do together and the impact it's likely to have. I think in 2 years' time, we're going to look forward and see a globally consistent solution between two great companies that are very good at what they do, bringing a solution to market for governments, for large corporations, and for small businesses that allows them to have the most efficient electronic invoicing and procurement systems, the most efficient payment solutions, all brought together in a very simple manner that helps with their cash flow, that helps with their ability to transact across border, and that helps, frankly, the economies of the world to grow and to flourish.
Well, as I said in the beginning, the market size exceeds about 100 trillion, and most of that is still in manual processes today. But probability for electronic invoicing and automated payments is 100%. That's for sure that is the future where to go. And we, with our examples already by now, we are able to demonstrate to the marketplace that it has a great, there are great positive effect into the businesses today, and it via that it has a good chance to boost the economies in different continents. So that I'm very, very sure that this partnership will bring us to the new age.